How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another Garage Talk with RONIN 47R, and it is episode 5. Hope your seatbelts are on and you're ready for a whole bunch of random, non-contiguous, has nothing to do with anything babbling, because I am out of practice and I am cleaning up some old some videos and trying to get organized here, both from a digital standpoint and back on track and organized. And on the other side, I'm also trying to actually get physical hardware set up, the man cave set up, the house in general set up. I mean, it's, I don't want to say it's a nightmare because that sounds over the top, but I mean, it's, I don't know. I mean, you have two ways to do things in life, right? You can either just slap things together and call it a day, or you can say, look, I don't do this every day. I'm going to be here for quite some time. Let's do the work now and set it up the way you need it to have set up so you can be done with it and be happy with it. You know, I don't want to half step anything. So that's where I'm at. Gosh, I've put up some news a little bit since I've been at the new place. Put together, I think I've ran the Xbox one whole time since I've been here a week. Basically about 5% for fun and 95% testing out new cabling that was run, and and on and on and on. So making sure everything is good to go. So gosh, it's without getting TMI and telling you everything. I mean, it's a good thing. It was so complicated and crazy setting up stuff in a new environment. It was a good thing I had extensions for some of my audio-visual cables, because I wouldn't have been able to get some of the things done even now. But, so anyways, just kind of catching up with you. We've gone over some of the news and updates off the top of my head. I've replied to, gosh, just about every single comment or discussion on the discussion boards on the YouTube channel. So I'm pretty much caught up to date on that. If not, give me a holler. But there are some good questions and points that were brought up, but you guys have been doing a great job of answering them yourselves, or, I would chime in a little bit and we kind of search out the answer together as a team should, on our channel. But, so nothing too crazy to discuss there. Another thing that's kind of on the top of my head is that new, the console app. Basically it's the application for your mobile device that allows you to keep track of your stats and look at Tankopedia and all that kind of fun stuff for the console version, the Xbox 360 edition. So everything is cool about it. I like it. It's pretty. As I mentioned before, I was doing some super testing on it. Nothing extravagant. It is what it is. But one of the things that I've noticed about it, and just looking at whether it's the page or the mobile app, because for all intents and purposes, they're really the same database. It's just how you get to it. The individual stats are still not there to the degree that it used to be. Some of the folks, I think it was Mickey, I don't know, but someone was saying, you just go on the main page there, and you click on your name when you log into the World of Tanks Xbox 360 Edition website. And if you click on your name, then you can access some sub menus, if you will, and then you can start looking up your stats and that sort of thing. And it's true, yes, you can. But the point that I was trying to make is that, and again, this is not me, knowing everything and I'm telling you how it is. I'm just telling you what I do know and what I don't know. And as always, if you have the answers, please, by all means, educate me on it. But from what I can tell, and from what some of my buddies have been talking about, they're coming up with the same answer, which is they don't have the individual stats there. In the days of old, I can sit there and click on a tank, whatever, tank X, and I can look and I can see every single nuance that I've done in that tank. I'm talking surviving the battles, hit ratio, individual medals, I don't know. But just about every single thing you could ever want. Very similar, not unlike the data at the end of a game where it tells you, the misses and penetrations and all that kind of fun stuff. I mean, it didn't have all of that data, but it's similar. It went in that direction where you really, really could analyze and say, whoa, this particular tank I'm doing really well in. In this particular tank, in comparison, in contrast, I am not. Same human being. Why am I not doing as well in this second tank? And you can start looking at and tracking trends and stuff. At least that's one of the things that I could do with it when I was using it. But whatever. So hopefully, A, it's either corrected, or B, someone shows me where you can actually have the same level of detail in the new database. Again, I don't care if I'm accessing it from the website or if I'm accessing it from the mobile application. Either way, I just want to be able to still access it. So that is that. What we're watching right now is a video with like I said, I had some game videos laying around. Gets a little messy if you don't keep your sock drawer tidied up here. You just try on a few and try them on, take them off, put them back in there, and if you're not really taking care of business, all of a sudden you have a big messy sock drawer. Well, instead of socks, they're videos. That was a pretty cool little slide there from the speed. But as far as the videos are concerned, you get on there, and sometimes I record one video or one tank I'm looking at. Sometimes I record I don't know, 5 different tanks, and I just, as one is, still in battle if I die, I'll jump into another tank and I just keep the recorder running. And so now you have a whole group of mishmash of different tanks and blah, blah, blah. So, you got to stay on top of that. Otherwise, it just becomes a bunch of data just sitting there and you have no clue what it is. And then it takes a lot of time to sift through it. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of cleaning house, pun intended, and it's virtually and not virtually cleaning house. So these are some videos of the Type 64 that I had laying around, fun little tank. So on another note, eventually what I'm going to do, as far as the man cave is concerned, is it's basically, where do I even begin? Because you guys have no idea what I'm even talking about. It's so here I have this room. And I am sharing, of course, and I can't hog up the whole room for myself, darn it. But, sharing the office, the den, call it whatever you want to call it. But it's a room that is, little people are not allowed to enter without permission. So it's a lot safer to leave junk out on my desk, and toys aren't being slammed onto equipment. And I'm not sitting next to the toilet anymore trying to record. So that's a positive. I actually have a door that I can close, and within reason, I can still have some decent recording sound. One of the things you might notice in the background, and Cosmic Carry would point this out, great advice, is when it comes to videos, you would naturally think that the visual is the most important thing, but it's funny how the visual helps, of course, and everyone likes the eye candy, but the audio quality is what really drives you nuts or drives it home. And what I've noticed in this new location, because I don't have anything hanging on the walls, we got some furniture. I mean, this place is probably 60% set up in the office as we speak. It's a little more echoey. It's just the acoustics of the room, and it'll get better as I tweak things over time and move in and so on and so on. But anyway, so you might notice just a tad bit of difference in the audio style. I don't know, but a tad bit of difference than my recording, say 2 weeks ago. So that's a point to make. But anyways, getting back to the man cave, I've got some furniture in here, and everything's kind of set up the way it needs to be set up for everyone's needs. I have for all intents and purposes, my half of the room set up and claimed and staked out. What I need to do, though, is in the near future, instead of utilizing the one Xbox in the house, and which is, for the needs of many, it's set up in the living room. Family uses Netflix and that sort of thing. It makes it challenging to record, because now I'm back to square one, such as the old house, where, I can't tell the whole household, everyone freeze and be quiet, because I need to record. Not to mention it's just plain distracting anyway. But what I need to do is eventually get the funds together and the ability to put a TV here in the man cave, another Xbox, like a little used Xbox 360 edition with an HDMI port. That would be, they're not expensive at all nowadays, which is great. And a better desk, because at this point in time I have this little tiny old school desk, which is cute and quaint and whatnot, but it doesn't really serve the purpose for the recording and everything else I need to get done. It has just enough room for a laptop on it. It's a roll top desk, and then in order for me to actually put my arms out and type on the desk, I have to open a drawer to support my arms. So Operation TMI is in effect here, but it's just it's really rinky dink. But when you have meager means, you do what you need to do to get the job done. But like I said, on the wish list, on the future planning stage, there is I'd like to get that the TV and another Xbox and have the equipment set up so that I do not have to disassemble everything, go to the living room, assemble it, record during times which nobody's around. So then you're revolving around their schedule even more so, and then disassembling all the equipment, going back to the den, assembling all the equipment so that you can start editing and whatnot. I mean, it's a pain, and it's it's not really good in the long run on your equipment if you're continually plugging and unplugging, and it's a lot of wear and tear. So for many reasons, it'll be good once everything gets set up, the way I want it set up. But it is definitely coming along, and it's a lot better. I mean, even like I said, even sitting here right now, just recording with you and you guys, you and I just sitting here, chatting. It's a lot more elbow room, and I'm not worried about people using the restroom and having to pause my recording while people flush. So that's fun. So it's going in the right direction. Absolutely. And what else do I have on the top of my mind here? I cannot believe how much trash is created when you move. That is amazing. So that's so random. It has nothing to do with Roll It things, but it's like, I can't even tell you how many bags of trash and boxes and other miscellaneous junk is created, and total overflow. So had to work around that challenge. Another side note too is that not that I'm sure you guys are just dying to know, but I'm just babbling, and if this is lame, which it kind of is, but I'm a nerd, but whatever. Just go ahead and mute me and just focus on the gameplay. But off the top of my head, I was thinking that another thing that's kind of slowing me down a little bit is, and it's for a good reason, is all the junk that I had stored in boxes. I don't know about you. I don't know how your setup is, and you're lucky if you're squared away and super organized. But basically, living in a small location that I was living in, I had a lot of stuff just in boxes. I had some stuff out of it, and that's how you lived, and you had your day-to-day access to your day-to-day stuff. But then there was things that I've owned that are just in boxes, and it's from house from house, year after year after year, and you just start pack ratting stuff, and you get lazy. You don't want to go through boxes, and all of a sudden it's a box you haven't even opened for like 5 years or whatever. Well, when I went to this place, I am so sick and tired of moving that when I went to this place, I said, "Look, self," and then myself answered back and said, "What?" And it's longer to do it, but I have made the commitment to go through every flippin' box that I own, box, container, call it what you will, and I'm gonna A, open it up, figure out what it is, and B, I make a decision, and it's a hard decision for me, but I'm sick and tired of lugging around crap that, I don't want to get rid of it, but then you never use it. You don't even look at it. You don't even miss it. And it's like, well, why am I even carrying all this stuff around? So I've made the commitment that I'm going through every single box, identifying what it is. And I just decide, hey, is this something that I need to keep? And if the answer is a hesitated or a definite no, it's out of here. Done. I have gotten rid of so much stuff, whether it's throwing it away or donating or whatnot. But the point is that I'm no longer going to carry around stuff that is unnecessary to have. I'm really trying to go the, I don't know, name your philosophy or religion or whatever. And I'm just trying to go the enlightened, lighter version way. And what is it, like running leaner, I guess, or something? But lessening the baggage, you're in that hot air balloon and you need to get higher up, so you're throwing junk out of the basket so that you can lose the dead weight. Well, that's exactly what I'm doing in many, many ways, more ways than one. So you can, without me going into that explanation, you can run with that however you want. But the application will probably remain the same for whatever answer you come up with. So I am absolutely running leaner, better tuned, and so on. So Hard work on the front end, but it's going to pay off in the long run. So that's another reason why it's taken me so long to finish moving in. I mean, we've only been here, what, 1 week? All right, well, anyways, I'm going to wrap it up. I've been babbling way too much, and at this point, you probably are holding the phone away from your head going like, this guy's just talking way too much. But, all right, guys, it was nice chatting with you. Thanks for hanging out with me while I clean stuff off my plate here. And, you know, I'll catch you guys later in the next video. Where did my crew go off to? Oh, I see. There they are. Okay, girls, tell them who they are if they're receiving this transmission.
You are one of the 47 Ronin. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.